and looking back, I'm like, I haven't seen those people since that situation.
I just wanna rock with you, roll with you, do everything with you, baby, it's just me and you. I just wanna rock and roll with you. I just wanna rock and roll with you.
Hey hun, it's Vanya and I'm back with another video. As you can tell by the title, you know what I'm doing, but just in case you can't read, I'm going to tell you anyways. So today I'm going to be giving the little fresh meats, the freshmen, some freshman tips, freshman advice. Because listen, when I was starting high school, well, before I started high school, that whole summer, all I did was YouTube freshman advice, just to hear the same thing. And for some reason, it helped. And I don't know, I was just so curious. I was like, what am I walking into, hun? And I never thought that years later I would be making my own video for people to look at and watch and get advice from. So I know a lot of people have said the same thing, so I've tried to come up with a couple things that people haven't said and some things that people have said, because hey, if you hear it more than once, then you're gonna know that it's true, it's accurate, and you should listen to it, because we probably have been through the same thing. We're gonna get into the video, but before we even get into it, make sure you like this video, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow me on Instagram, make sure you add me on Snapchat, and let me know how you feeling, what you doing, what you want. Let me know what you want to see, what you don't want to see, and we'll go from there, because I'm here for your entertainment only. So we're just gonna get into the video. So before we even get into tips, let me tell y'all, high school itself is not High School Musical. High school itself is not Camp Rock. High school is not, what other high school show is there? It's not Hannah Montana. It's not none of that. None of it. Not one, not two, not three things of it is it. Maybe the drama, but the way that the happy-go-lucky type high school feel that the television people give you, that's wrong. That's wrong. And see, me, I wasn't one of those kids like that I thought it was gonna be like High School Musical because of certain things. But since I do, I'm going into my senior year, but since I do go to a performing arts school, in my head I thought it was gonna be High School Musical, but it wasn't, and it's not. But it's okay. It's okay. But anyways, before I even get into these tips, just know that high school, or any level of school, is what you make it. Even though you have things influencing you and people in your ear and things going on that you can't control, it's still what you make it, and it's still what you want out of it, regardless of your age, regardless of your grade, regardless of anything you have going on. You determine what you do. Simple. So we're gonna get into the first tip. First tip is stay out of the mix. Okay? What that means is all the little rah-rah freshmen, oh, who wanna fight who got a problem with who, oh, she looking at my boyfriend, what? That does not matter. It does not matter. And I know you probably heard this before, but I'm gonna tell you again, because I am a witness. All that freshman yada 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 yee ha ha will not matter. And I am a witness. You know how many drama situations I was in my freshman year, and looking back, I'm like, I haven't seen those people since that situation, y'all. Like this, I'm talking about, this isn't even like a, oh, you won't see them years from now, so you probably won't see them a week from now, because that's just how high school works. You see them all on leading up to this, and then next thing you know, they're gone and you've never heard from them again. You lost their Instagram information and everything. They're gone. They're out of there, like just like that. So staying out the mix is a biggie, because in the moment you will be in your feelings. it's gonna affect your grades, your family life, because you're gonna go home and your feelings like, oh my god, I'm in all this drama at school, this and that, just for you to get older and say, what was it for? What was the reason? It's no reason for any school drama actually, because you're there to what? Learn, hun. That's the first tip. Stay out of the mix at all time. Number two says, find out what classes are required for you to graduate. Okay? Now, I know every state, every county, every city may be different. I know in my school, I know that you have to take like 4 English classes, 4 math, 3 this, 2 foreign language. You know what I mean? Like, there's a certain amount of classes that you have to take. And I was not aware of this until maybe my junior year, either the end of my sophomore year or the beginning of my junior year. And that, I feel like that is too late, because it was a lot of unnecessary classes that I was taking that I didn't have to take, where I could have been taking the required class and I wouldn't be stressing about grades that don't matter for me to graduate. So before you even get settled in, hun, look on the website. They might have it there. If they don't have it there, email your counselor. You don't even know what this lady look like or this man look like, but email that counselor and say, hey, excuse me, I want to know what's required for me to graduate my senior year, because it's very important. So you won't be taking all these classes, because look, if you don't listen to me, you're gonna be like me. And let me tell y'all what I'm going through right now for my senior year. You have to have 23 credits to 23 high school credits to graduate. At the end of my junior year, I ended up having 28 credits, okay? Going into my senior year, I need 3 more required classes, 3 more required high school classes to graduate. I also take 2 college classes, and since I go to a performing arts school, I have to take magnet classes as well. So in order to even go to that school, I have to make sure I still have 1 magnet class. The only thing with this is, since I have to take those required classes, I'm going to have all these built up credits, and which means I'm going to probably graduate with about 40 high school credits for no reason, okay? Now I know being a scholar, this and that, but listen, at the end of the day, we want to get in, get out, and go to college, okay? So don't overwork yourself. Talk to your counselor and see what you need to graduate. So the next tip says, don't spend money to impress. Now let me talk about this. Let me talk about it. Even though you've never been to high school, you've been to elementary school, you've been to middle school, okay? But it's different. The people are different, the situations are different, the ages, of course, are different, okay? Elementary and middle schoolers, they're gonna be a little more immature. They're gonna look at you. If you have some messed up shoes on, they're gonna laugh at you. If you look a certain way, if your hair isn't done, they're gonna talk about you. If your clothes are dirty or stained or just out of style, they're gonna single you out, okay? When you get to high school, that's X'd out. I'm not gonna say that nobody's judging you, but high schoolers are not as judgmental, because at that time you're getting older. It's a lot of 18-year-olds. It's a lot of people finna be 18. It's a lot of people, everybody's trying to figure their stuff out. They don't have time to figure out what you have on your feet, how you walk, what you have to walk on the ground. So don't spend unnecessary money trying to impress people. What you should do is spend money on what you think makes you look good to yourself, so you can look good for yourself, so you can be confident when you walk in that school building. But do not focus on how other people feel about what you have on, because I promise you, most people will not care. And if they do care, then that's on them, because they probably got some messed up stuff going on at home and they just need something to take their mind off of it. But most of the time, you might get if you look crazy, you might get oh, what she got on, or something like that. But nobody's gonna literally pick on you and laugh at you and get on you, because at the end of the day, we all got things going on, and you most likely, you coming in as a freshman, you don't have the stability yourself, which means you're relying on your parents. And kids in high school, they understand that, like, you're not paying for your own stuff, so you're not responsible for what goes on when it comes to how you dress, what your hair looks like, and certain things like that. So just keep that in mind. Keep your coins and dress how you want to dress. Spend money on what you want to spend money on. Next tip. Listen, this may be more for the females. Maybe, I mean, shoot, I'm talking to everybody, but this one might just, well, this one probably resonates more with females. I'm not gonna say what you think I'm gonna say, so hold on. Get gym out the way, because I know for a fact every high school does require, I think, at least 1 semester of health and 1 semester of gym. Ladies, get gym out the way. When you get in there and you want to start touching your schedule, leave gym alone, leave health alone, because you're not going to want to do that your sophomore year, you're not going to want to do that your junior year, and you're surely not going to want to do it your senior year. And sometimes it's like a chill time to where, like, you sit down, talk to your friends, play around, this and that. But it's a lot of schools that when they say it's gym, it's gym. You finna work out, you finna run, you finna sweat your edges out, you finna stink. Like, you know what I mean? It's gonna be real gym. Ladies, while you're in your freshman year, get health and gym out the way, be done, so you can be cute for the rest of your high school year. The next tip that I have says, take your foreign language the first 2 years. So this has a lot to do with the last tip I gave you, and it also has a lot to do with knowing your required classes. I know that a lot of schools do require you to have at least 2 years of foreign language in order, not in order to graduate, but in order to be eligible to go to college. And all of y'all watching my video go to college, so yes, you need to take those foreign language classes. I had the opportunity to get 1 high school credit of foreign language in middle school, and then have to just take 1 more year my freshman year. I mean, yeah, take 1 more foreign language class. I mean, one more foreign language year my freshman year. But me being in middle school, me wanted to be social, I decided to choose band over foreign language, what I needed, because I wanted to be around people, I wanted to talk, I wanted to laugh. And guess what? Everybody in this band class that I wanted to talk to, be around, socialize with, cake up, kiki with, I don't talk to any of them anymore. I don't have their Instagram, I don't have their email, I don't know what they look like now. Yeah, it's that deep. So make sure, I don't know if every middle school does the whole foreign language, you get 1 credit thing, but even if they don't, make sure you go ahead and get those foreign language classes out the way so you don't have to worry about it your junior and senior year. Okay, my next tip is, don't entertain the seniors, ladies, or even guys. Don't entertain them, okay? And I know you've heard this before, probably in every other high school video you've watched. Everybody's probably said, don't open your legs to the seniors, don't open your heart to the seniors, don't even open your mouth to the seniors, okay? Because they're up to no good. They know you're naive, they know you're just coming in, they know you don't know anything, but guess what? That's why we're doing these videos, so you know things. So tell them that. But either way, they know that you're going to be vulnerable. They know you're going to win. Don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, I've seen, listen. I've seen people on Instagram that had that whole freshman senior relationship type thing, and it worked out. And you know, they're still together, or they stayed together for a long time. But most of the time, just don't do it. Don't do it, because you're going to get your heart broken. And once you get your heart broken, your grades are going to go down. And once your grades are going to go down, then your parents get involved. Then your parents want to know what the problem is. And once they get involved, then the counselors get involved, teachers get involved. And where the senior at? Finna graduate. And what you doing? Trying to get your grades up when you didn't have to, because you're going to listen to me, right? My next tip is get in good with your teachers. Get in good with them. That's your friend. That should be, first of all, that should be your only friend, because they making the plays. They give you the scores, the grades, okay? So listen, let me tell you why. I'm not saying get in good with the teachers so they can slide in a couple of hundreds, because no, they're not gonna do that. But what they will do is, if you was having a rough night the other night, but your homework is due the next day, if you're cool with that teacher, if you're not giving that teacher problems, you can go to them.
Like, hey, Miss Pickle, last night wasn't really good for me. May I please have an extension?
Now, if you're giving Sue problems, if you making her pull her gray hairs out, go to the counselor and things, then she's not going to give you that extension. She's not going to give you extra credit. And listen, y'all, that extra credit, woo! Listen, you know how many times I was low down in the dumps in my grades right before the semester was going to be over, and I said, hey, pull him to the side. Can I get a extra credit? And they give it to me because, listen, I sit in my classroom and I say nothing. So listen to me, because y'all gonna need it. My next tip says, take advantage of AP and honors, but know exactly what you're signing up for. That AP and honors can either be a blessing or a curse, or both at the same time. Because let me tell y'all, so if you talk to a lot of seniors or a lot of upperclassmen, they will tell you don't do honors, don't do AP, because if you take the test, if you take the test and you fail it, you gotta pay this and you gotta pay that and you gotta do this and you gotta do that. But listen, that's why I say before you make your decision on your own, make sure you research what you're doing, because sometimes it's different, especially with different schools, different counties, different states. I know me, my AP and honors classes helped me, because that 7 points helps. I got an 83, now I got a 90, just because I'm taking the class. So that's definitely a blessing. But the downside is the test, of course, and it's going to be extra work, and it's going to be extra time taken out of your whatever else you could be doing. I don't know. But either way, like I said, just research it on your own, and then you make the decision for yourself, because everybody's experience with that type of thing is going to be different. Some people can handle it, others can't. So that's just on you. My next tip is take classes based on your career interests. Don't get in there building houses knowing you want to be a nurse. Don't do it, because one, you're wasting your time. Two, you're stressing about a test that's gonna be next week when you don't even care about that type of field. So make sure, listen, when I went into high school, me personally, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I've been knowing what I want to do for a long time, but I did change my career since then. But going into high school, I did know what path I wanted to take. So I'm not saying know exactly what you want to do. That's why I'm saying know your interests. I'm not saying go in there and say, oh, I want to be a nurse, I'm going to do health this, I'm going to do whatever that. I don't know what classes you need to take for that, but either way, just whatever you're interested in. Like if you're interested in music, you might want to take music production, you might want to take music tech or songwriting or something like that. So I'm not saying know exactly what you want to do when you go to college. I'm just saying whatever you're interested in, whatever you like to do at that moment, take classes that venture out to those so you can find your specific career that you want to go into. My next tip is take your freshman year grades serious. Everybody, take your freshman year grades serious, because that GPA matters. Your freshman year GPA matters so much. Because if you play around with your grades your freshman year, you're gonna have this low GPA that you're gonna have to now build up, and it's hard to build up a GPA. It's so easy to knock it down, but it's so hard to build it back up. That's all I gotta say about that. So this is my last tip, and this is my bonus tip. As soon as you start your freshman year, look for scholarships. Go to your counselor, go to Google, find a book, look around, go to a store. I don't care what you do. Start getting your scholarships, because that's where I messed up. My freshman year, everybody around me was telling me, oh, you can't start getting scholarships till your junior year in high school. Don't believe it. Don't believe it, because they will set you up. They will be lazy and not give you the resources you need so that you can succeed. So you need to go out yourself, go venture out and find those resources, because they are out there and you do need them. Because me, I started finding scholarships my junior year, so now I'm trying to rush, trying to find money, pick up money, grab money, beg for money, when if somebody would have been there for me and helped me, I would have been straight by now. But I'm not, because I didn't know, because nobody told me. So I'm gonna be that one to tell y'all, find your scholarships, talk to your counselor. Most of the tips I'm telling you is basically telling you, talk to your counselor. You don't got to talk to your counselor about your personal life, your emotions, your feelings, what you smell like, what you ate yesterday. Don't tell them none of your business. You need to talk about the business. Tell them about, ask them about school, ask them how you can succeed, ask them what you need to do to where so you can thrive by the time you're in your senior year. So this finally completes this video. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know I gave y'all more attitude than usual, but I am so serious about this topic, because my freshman year I was so messed up because nobody wanted to tell me anything. Like, even though yes, I YouTube things, it was a lot of academic things that just wasn't said by anyone. So I'm putting y'all on to the real academic things that you need to know. For the people going into freshman year, good luck to you. It's not gonna be horrible. Just don't expect it to be no High School Musical, no Hannah Montana type gag. Not gonna be none of that. It's not. It's gonna be real life. It's really gonna be just like every other level of school, just advanced with grown people. Maybe you might be going to school with a 22-year-old. You never know. So just make sure to stay focused on yourself. By the time you get to your high school years, those are the times where it's go time. Strictly you time, strictly study time, strictly work time, because you're going to need all of that time. You're gonna need it, and the time is gonna go by so fast. It's gonna be so much put into those years, but it's gonna be so fast. It's gonna feel long in the moment, but by the time you're about to graduate, you was just coming in. And I never thought that I would say that, but I'm saying it. Make sure that you stay positive about the situation, and make sure that you listen to my academic advice. If you don't do anything like the social things, I could really care less, because either way, even though I watched all these YouTube videos, I still did what I wanted to do socially. But those academic things, those are what really matters, because school is for education purposes. School is for learning. School is, and especially high school determines what you're gonna do next once you're an adult. That's scary. So you really need to take that serious. And that's all I gotta say. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like this video, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment down below, tell me what you want to see, and I promise I will make that happen for you. And while you're at it, click that notification bell so you can be the first one to see what I do. And now that the time is up, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!